Good evening, everyone. I'm going to call to order the July 24th, 2025 regular meeting. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May we have the roll call, please?
President Ruffing?
Here.
Vice President Anzier?
Here.
Commissioner Balakrishna? Here. Commissioner Jacks, absent. Commissioner Janner?
Here.
Commissioner Risvold?
Here.
Commissioner Thompson?
Here.
President Ruffing, I've been informed that Commissioner Jacks has requested to participate remotely due to unanticipated family care obligations.
Move to allow remote meeting participation of Commissioner Jacks per Section 7 of the Open Meetings Act.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Anzier?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Balakrishna?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Risvold?
Yes.
President Ruffing?
Yes. Commissioner Jacks, can you hear us okay?
Yes, hi. Good
Great.
evening.
Thank you. All right, Marissa, do we have any matters from the public?
Yes, we do. I will call up Joe Talbot.
A former Park District employee and a longtime member of Centennial Beach. In 2017, I was the assistant coach of the Centennial Beach Mudrat swim team, and in 2021, I was the head coach of the swim team as well. I wanted to voice my concerns about the decisions made or lack thereof around the safety of Centennial Beach. Centennial Beach is home to many of my fondest memories growing up, but it has also been home to a deep anxiety of mine. This fear reached its tipping point when I heard about the recent events that happened in Centennial Beach this month. My fear is that Centennial Beach is kept unsafe in service of aesthetics and tradition. I'd like to clarify, when I was the head coach of Centennial Beach, I attended a parent board meeting towards the end of the season. At this meeting, I was told by a representative of the Naperville Park District that in the past there was a referendum held to determine if the deep end of Centennial Beach should be made clear or remain in its current state. I was unable to find evidence of this referendum being held, but I believe the testimony of this Park District representative since they were responsible for aquatics at the park. I plead that the board consider another referendum to investigate feasibility of improving the visibility in the water at Centennial Beach, and if feasible, make the deep end water more clear. I'd like to make it clear that I respect the hard work and dedication of the Centennial Beach lifeguards, the coaching staff, and the administrators. When I was coaching, many of them were my friends from swimming at Naperville Central High School. The lifeguards have a tremendously challenging job that carries much stress, much more stress than being a lifeguard at a local pool like Hobson West, for example. This change would alleviate some of the stress of their job while also maintaining the culture of service and tradition they uphold every day during the summer. Thank you for your time and consideration. I appreciate all the work that you do to make Naperville a more inclusive and active community. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comment. Any other?
Yes, we have received public comment emails from the following individuals: Ksenia Clark, Susan Mitchell, Jennifer Schlipp, Aaron Pearson, David Johnson, Amy Sindelar, Tom Jermal, Jaden Tim Grims, Daniel Lund, Matt Sullivan, Danielle Bushell, Sujan Khanna, Frank Talaga, Angela Rocco, Katie Mills, Robin Laterno, Megan Dunn Ginley, Kendra Schroeder, Lisa Kalnicki, Isabella von der Linden, Rebecca Boger, Christopher Pritchett, Trish Murphy, Megan Godig, Brian Laterno, Emily Cowell, Ashley Crawford, Robert Crawford, Matthew McHugh, Melissa Murphy, and Allison Childs. And the message reads, I am writing today to express my strong support for the development of a 50-meter indoor swimming facility in Naperville. Naperville is the largest city in the state of Illinois and has one of the largest summer swimming leagues in the United States, numerous high-achieving athletes, 2 large swim clubs, and a strong water polo scene as well. Despite the clear passion for aquatics in our community, we lack a state-of-the-art 50-meter aquatic facility that can adequately serve the needs of our growing community. Our high school pools are already brimming with scheduling, and our neighborhood pools are only available seasonally. A 50-meter pool would serve a wide range of users: youth competitive teams, Mavs, Fox, Naperville Swim Conference teams, etc., high school teams from District 203 and 204, masters swimmers, Naperville Waves, triathletes, and adult fitness swimmers, residents seeking lap swim lessons, or water fitness, people needing aquatic therapy or rehabilitation, Beyond serving daily needs, this type of facility positions Naperville as a regional destination for swim meets and events, bringing in significant economic benefits to hotels, restaurants, and local businesses. Aquatics is more than a sport, it's a life skill. Investing in a facility like this is an investment in Naperville's public safety, community health, and economic vitality. I urge the park board to prioritize the project for a 50-meter pool for the benefit of our current residents and for generations to come. Thank you for your thoughtful consideration.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Okay, thank you. Would you please read the consent agenda?
Item 3.1, approve June 2025 FinTech disbursements in the amount of $13,085.48. 3.2, approve July 10, 2025 regular meeting minutes. 3.3, approve July 10, 2025 executive session closed meeting minutes. 3.4, accept the base bid of Patriot Maintenance, Inc. in the amount of $265,626 as the lowest responsive and responsible bid, and to award the contract for the Ashbury Park and Ashbury Greenway Trail renovation, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $278,907.30. 3.5, ratify staff's action to terminate the contract with Evans & Son Blacktop, Inc. in the amount of $38,554.97 for the East Greens parking lot and basketball court renovations project due to a breach of contract, and accept the base bid of Obsidian Asphalt Paving, Inc. in the amount of $38,964 as the lowest responsive and responsible bid, and to award the contract for the East Greens parking lot and basketball court renovations project, and to authorize staff to carry a further 5% contingency for a total authorized expenditure for the project in an amount not to exceed $40,913.
Thank you. Should any items be removed from consent agenda to be considered separately? Seeing none.
Second.
Sorry, hold on. Move to accept consent agenda items 3.1 through 3.5.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Anzier,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Balkrishna,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks,
Yes.
Commissioner Janner,
Yes.
Commissioner Riswald,
Yes.
President Ruffing.
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda items 3.1 through 3.5.
Second.
This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Moving on to new business, we'll start off with the Carroll Acres Shoreline Restoration.
For removing invasive species as part of Phase 1 of the Carroll Acres Shoreline Restoration Project is anticipated to be presented to the Park Board for approval in August. The scope of work for Phase 1 of the project includes removal of invasive species surrounding the retention pond within the park. Most of the removals will be the invasive Bradford pear trees that have overtaken the shoreline. The removals will aid in the Phase 2 shoreline restoration that is expected to occur in 2026. Pending contract approval, work is expected to begin in September as the weather permits, with the intent to reach substantial completion later this year. So just an update on that project.
Thank you. Moving on to Nike Sports Complex Site Improvements OSLAD grant.
So as identified earlier in the year, the intent is to resubmit a State of Illinois Department of Natural Resources Open Space Lands Acquisition Development, also known as OSLAD, grant project application for the Nike Sports Complex site improvements for the 2026 cycle. Similar to the approach filed last year, the OSLAD grant project application resolution of authorization needs to be executed prior to submission of the grant application for recreation improvements at Nike Sports Complex. The maximum grant award for development of the project is $600,000 for a project of $1.2 million. The proposed project is currently estimated at over $4 million. The intent is to implement the project improvements from 2026 through 2028. In 2024, the Naperville Park District received extensive input from Naperville residents that assisted the project team with developing the Nike Sports Complex site improvements project layout plan. The proposed improvements include the renovation of the playground and ball fields with synthetic turf infields in partnership with Naperville Little League Baseball, as well as a new challenge course, a shade shelter with seating near the cricket field, water play features, a native prairie planting area with interpretive signage. The Park District is seeking additional community input on the proposed Nike Sports Complex improvements via an online review with questionnaire starting tomorrow, July 25th through Friday, August 8th. The community input will be considered by staff in finalizing the improvement plans and submitting an OSLAD grant this fall. Lastly, an OSLAD grant project application resolution of authorization is slated to be presented to the Park Board for approval in August before the submission deadline of September 30th of this year. So just an update on that one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, on to department updates. We'll start with administration.
And thank you, President Ruffin. I'm going to provide a brief update this evening on the strategic plan. So included in the July 11th weekly packet was an update outlining the progress on the 2023 through 2025 strategic plan goals. This evening, I'd like to share a few of those highlights, including the Indoor Recreation Space Needs Assessment Report, which was approved in December of 2024. As part of the recommendations and next steps, the Park District executed contracts with Beyond Your Base and Williams Architects to further explore indoor recreation space options to address community needs. Citizen task force meetings are scheduled in July and August to gather input from community stakeholders regarding possible indoor recreation space options and other park improvements prior to seeking additional resident feedback this fall. The Parks and Recreation Departments rolled out a new Nature Champions program in April, which had each division host a scheduled volunteer project over several weeks. Additionally, the South Parks Division also completed the first phase of a multi-year woodland restoration project at DuPage River Park. The project is being funded in part through a generous donation from residents, and the Parks team received assistance from several volunteers to complete the initial phase of tree plantings. Succession planning and employee retention interviews with finance, IT, and planning staff occurred in Q2 of 2025. All remaining departments will be interviewed in the same format before the end of this year. The Human Resources Department conducted a survey of all health insurance eligible employees and established an insurance committee to discuss the challenges of rising health care costs. Input gathered from the survey and committee will assist the district in developing recommendations for future health benefits. The Park District reached substantial completion on the Riverwalk West Branch of the DuPage River Shoreline Restoration Project in spring of this year as part of a partnership with DuPage County Stormwater Management. The district also executed a Green Infrastructure Grant Opportunities Agreement with the Illinois EPA earlier in the year for the Community Garden Plots Permeable Paver Parking Lot Project, which is on track to begin after Labor Day. And we received notice in the second quarter of 2025 identifying $1.4 million in DCEO grant funding for capital projects supported by Representative Stava Murray and Representative Yang Rohr. The Inclusivity and Engagement Team, which first assembled in late 2024, is continuing the goal of ensuring district visibility at various community events. Additionally, the district is partnering with the DuPage Hispanic Alliance to collaborate on hosting and promoting the Latin Suburban Art Walk in late July. The marketing department's new drone is being used to create social content that educates residents on topics such as turf blankets, shoreline restoration projects, and others, in addition to developing hole-by-hole drone videos of the district's golf courses that will reside on the website and be added to the new fleet of electric golf carts GPS units. And lastly, a sandbox version of the district's new computerized maintenance management software, OpenGov, was created and is currently in the hands of staff. The Human Resources Department evaluated learning management systems to support the onboarding process and ongoing employee training, and a vendor was selected and implementation is to be complete in Q3. And the Golf Department began a review of autonomous mowers on the driving range at Springbrook to determine if they can accomplish necessary mowing tasks while reducing labor costs. So quite a bit of work over the last several months on many of those initiatives. This fall, we will work with the team from Northern Illinois University to develop the 2026 through 2028 strategic plan. A series of interviews and focus groups will occur in the coming months to begin that process. And if there are any questions regarding the progress update, we would be happy to address them this evening. Thank you.
Go ahead. Do you have a question? Oh. Thank you so much. Any questions? Great. There's no finance, so we're moving on to golf.
Thank you. A couple things from golf. This past weekend, we had our 2025 Naperville Men's Amateur. That was held at Springbrook and Naperbrook, 36 holes, 18 at each. We had over 170 players participating, and they had to persevere through some difficult weather. Storms blowing through both day on Saturday and Sunday, delaying the rounds for both those days. Despite those delays, the tournament saw some great competition. Our overall champion won after a 2-hole playoff. The winner, Aman Shah, is actually a second-time winner in the past 3 years. He was is a local player. He graduated from Matea, and he's currently a student at Cal Berkeley, so it was great to see him back again this year. Also, we had a hole-in-one on Sunday during the tournament, which was great. That player received a prize package from our title sponsor, Woody Buick GMC. An overall great event, lots of positive feedback from all the players, and we're looking forward to next year. Also on the horizon for tournaments in August, we have our Women's Invitational and our Glen Eakey Senior Amateur. That'll wrap up our major events for the summer. At Springbrook, we're proud to once again host a regional qualifier for the Illinois Junior Special Olympics. That will be on Wednesday, July 30th, beginning at 9 a.m. The participants will be competing in several skill challenges, including putting, chipping, full swing, and in previous years we've seen over 100 athletes at these events. Athletes who from this region will qualify will then move on to the state championships in September. Most of our summer junior programs have wrapped up for the year. Very successful and busy summer programs, saw over 560 junior golfers in our camps, clinics, and leagues, learning and enjoying the game. While these programs are wrapping up, we still have lesson programs available for adults and juniors, continuing at both golf courses, and those will be available all the way through October. And then a quick note on rounds. Our rounds continue to be very positive for this year despite the heat. Surprisingly, through June, we were within 1,000 rounds of last year's record numbers combined between the two golf courses. And actually, in fact, if you just take April to June numbers, we're actually exceeding last year. So continuing to move in a positive direction.
Thank you so much. Any questions? All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Human Resources.
Good evening. I'm happy to share that the HR team welcomed Customer Service Specialist Patrick Ford as our HR specialist. Patrick has been splitting his time between customer service and HR over the last couple weeks and will move into the HR specialist role full-time next week. Patrick brings knowledge of the district from his 2+ years of experience in the customer service department and many already established relationships, both of which will be an asset to him and the district in this new role. Supervisors are in the process of completing mid-year appraisals for all full-time direct reports. Supervisors formally discuss job performance and goals with their full-time team members 3 times over the course of the year, and this is the first step. Lastly, the recently approved learning management system was rolled out to employees and supervisors last week. All staff are in the process of completing de-escalation training and unannounced visitors training. Both of the trainings were developed in-house and uploaded to the new platform.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. No IT, so on to marketing.
Good evening. I have 3 quick updates for the board tonight. So just a reminder that on August 5th, we've got our next playground ribbon cutting at Rose Hill Farms Park. We've had some good weather so far, so hopefully that trend continues. That will be 5 o'clock on August 5th. We also have the Autumn 2025 program guide, which is going to be available at napervilleparks.org in digital form only beginning July 30th, with registration beginning on August 4th. And then finally, I gave each of you our Autumn 2025 events card, which is now available in all of our facilities.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
On to Park Police.
Good evening. July always seems to be a good time to give you an update as far as what we've done so far this year. Just kind of summarize the activity that we've experienced. Today we've handled 412 calls for service, written 45 reports, 102 tickets. The park service officers have already put over 2,200 miles on the UTV during our bike trail patrols, park patrols. We've assisted with 18 takeovers, and we have a 9th pending. We're up to over 15 special events, including protests. We've handled 6 alcohol details, and I've got to teach just over 400 employees this year in active shooter ALICE training, bringing the total number of employees to almost 1,000 over the past 2 years. So again, this is just through July 1st. A lot of these numbers will probably double just in this month, next month, and September. So it's been busy, but we enjoy it. President Ruffing was fortunate enough to do a ride-along, and I would welcome any of you that want to do a ride-along with any of us to on any evening of the summer to come along, and we'll show you exactly what's going on out there. Right?
I highly recommend. It's a great insight into all the wonderful things that our park police officers do every day. So thank you for that update. On to parks.
Thank you. July is the last full month of the year that our parks divisions are staffed at their highest levels, thanks to our hardworking summer seasonals. Throughout the first half of their summer with us, their arrival comes just in time to help with the tail end of the spring mowing season and ball field preps. Now that we've reached the back end of their time with us, mowing and ball field seasons have slowed. We've used their assistance over the last month to knock out large-scale projects such as bed edging and mulching, ball field renovations, pressure washing, trail mulching, general park cleanup, and quite a bit of tree, turf, and flower bed watering. We're very thankful for their contributions, and we'll miss their help as they begin to peel off as their summer season ends. Last week, on July 16th, reports of wind gusts reaching over 65 miles an hour were reported in Naperville. We lost several tree limbs throughout the central and northern portions of town, including a large oak that fell at Seeger Park, blocking Plank Road and the park entrance and causing some damage within the park. Fortunately, no other major damage was reported in town, and staff had the debris cleanup completed by the end of the week. I wrote that this morning. Obviously, we had some storms today. I was standing next to one of our park police officers around 3 and heard quite a bit of radio chatter of some trees that had fallen across roads throughout town, and it sounded like up to this point we haven't gotten very messages about damage in the parks. There are some more storms forecasted for this evening, so our teams will be out early tomorrow and checking the area for any other damage and then get the cleanup done as quickly as possible. A couple other quick items. Last month I provided a pretty detailed update on the ongoing challenges with our pond maintenance. This month we've taken the significant step of contracting out treatments for the ponds at Ashbury Park and Brook Crossings. In my 24 and a half years here, this marks the first time that we've needed to treat aquatic weeds at those locations. So things are changing, and we're just having to roll with the punches and adapt as these new situations pop up. And then a construction update from the Eagle Street Gateway project. The vertical wall along the river was completed, and earlier today, crews were pouring the lower walk. The coffer dam was removed, leaving just the silt fence in the river. Also, work on the west side of the Oliver Hoffman Pavilion, so that's the pavilion next to the admin building, is finished, short of the landscaping, which will be installed this fall. The area has a much cleaner look to it, and you can really start to visualize what the completed project will look like.
That's great. I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
I'm sure everybody is.
It's starting to, like I said,
people are starting to.
It looks nice out there.
Yeah, I know. Same. Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Planning.
I have 2 items for the board this evening. The first one is regards to Ron Ori Community Garden Plots permeable paver parking lot installation and side improvements, raised planting beds. So a total of 25 raised planting beds are planned to be installed as part of the project. Various raised planting bed models and types were reviewed with staff and patrons. The project team identified the preferred raised planting bed models made of porous concrete to reduce maintenance and increase lifespan. On July 22nd of this year, the Park District received 3 responsible bid proposals ranging between $81,000, $925, and $126,500 for the raised planting beds. Prior to releasing the bid for contractors to furnish and install the 25 raised planting beds at community garden plots, staff received a cost proposal from the preferred manufacturer by the name of ShelterWorks Ltd. to fabricate and deliver the 25 beds needed in an amount of $42,761.80. Just as an important note for the board, we just want to relay we would have went with this company to secure the planting beds if they belonged to a purchasing network. They did not, which is perfectly fine. That's why we put it out to bid. Considering that is much more cost effective now that we know what the bid numbers are, to secure the 25 raised planting beds directly through the manufacturer, including installation of the beds by V3 Construction Group for approximately $6,000 as part of the main project already under contract versus the bid pricing received in July, it is recommended by staff to present a memo at the August 14, 2025 Park Board meeting to ratify the action of staff rejecting all bids from the July 2025 bid letting and to authorize the executive director to issue a purchase order to ShelterWorks Ltd. in the amount of $42,761.80 for raised planting beds and installation for the Ron Horry Community Garden Plots permeable paver parking lot installation and site improvements project. The total estimated cost to secure and install the 25 raised planting beds in the amount of $48,761.80 is well under the $300,000 currently remaining as part of the original project budget. So we just want to share that with you tonight. Before I go on to the next item, I just wonder if there's any questions on that topic. All right, thank you. So the second and last topic for the planning department is the 2026 Sportsman's Park permeable paver parking lot installation project. Earlier in the year, Illinois Environmental Protection Agency officials informed staff of the Section 319H non-point source, also known as NPS, Pollution Control Financial Assistance Program, relating to watershed-based plan implementation and other activities for fiscal year 2025. Staff reviewed the grant requirements and submitted a Section 319H grant program application yesterday for the 2026 Sportsman's Park permeable paver parking lot installation project. The Park District is seeking grant funding in the amount of $300,327, and the proposed project budget that is planned to be included in the 2026 capital budget is $625,000. We intend to provide updates on this project and status of the grant submission as more information becomes available.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and recreation.
Good evening. Got a couple things here for you. This weekend we have several free events that are taking place. The Night at the Movies series kicks off this Friday night at Rotary Hill at 8:30 p.m., featuring the movie Elf. And then on Saturday, the Knock Knolls Nature Center will host Naperville Plays. This free event is brought to the community in collaboration with the Naperville Public Library, Naper Settlement, and the DuPage Children's Museum. The event will be held from 9 to noon and features fun, hands-on activities and an outdoor story walk. Many of the summer's programs are beginning to wind down. We have 2 weeks left of summer day camp, and we're in the last session of swim lessons. We also, the softball, t-ball, and coach pitch programs have finished up for the season with over 1,460 participants. Although t-ball was down about 9% over last season, softball, coach pitch came in slightly higher. And this fall's baseball registration continues to grow. We have already surpassed last fall's registration by 16%, with close to 400 participants. The deadline to register for fall baseball is August 12th. And then finally, as Director Luthman has shared, we have the resident registration that's taking place August 4th. And staff are currently in the process of preparing for fall programs. Any questions?
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay, our next regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners is scheduled for August 14th, 2025 at 7 p.m. here at Fort Hill, and we will be going into executive session.
Move to adjourn to executive session to discuss land acquisition per Section 2C5 and pending litigation per Section 2C11 of the Open Meeting Act.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Anzier?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Balakrishna?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacks?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Risvold?
Yes.
President Ruffin?
Yes.